If life were written as a screenplay, the story of Arnold Schwarzenegger might sound too unbelievable to be accepted in Hollywood. How could one immigrant dominate the world of bodybuilding, redefine the action hero in cinema, and later rise to become governor of one of America's most powerful states? To the public, he symbolizes the ultimate American dream. Yet every monument hides a foundation of struggle. Behind Schwarzenegger's billion-dollar smile was a relentless ambition fueled by hardship, pain, and determination. His story is not just about fame and power. It is about survival, obsession, and the personal costs of chasing greatness at any price. A child born in the ashes of war, Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger was born on July 30th, 1947, in the small Austrian village of Thal, near the city of Graz. The world he entered was bleak and broken. Austria was still recovering from the devastation of World War II. Cities were scarred, economies shattered, and the national mood weighed down by defeat and uncertainty. Foreign armies occupied the country, and everyday life felt heavy with despair. In small rural villages like Thal, life was particularly harsh. Opportunities were scarce and hope often seemed distant. For many families, survival itself was the daily challenge. Into this world of ruins and recovery came a boy who would one day dream far beyond the narrow borders of his homeland. Life in a cold and difficult home. The Schwarzenegger household reflected the hardships of post-war Austria. The family lived without electricity, central heating, or indoor plumbing. Water had to be fetched from a well, even during the freezing winters. Life was physically demanding and emotionally austere. Arnold's mother, Aurelia, worked tirelessly to maintain the household despite the limited resources. Yet the toughest presence in the home was Arnold's father, Gustav. As the local police chief, Gustav ruled the house with strict discipline and rigid expectations. The environment left little room for comfort or childhood innocence. From an early age, Arnold learned that life required endurance, resilience, and the ability to withstand both physical hardship and emotional pressure. A father shaped by war, Arnold's father, Gustav Schwarzenegger, was a commanding and intimidating figure. A former member of the Nazi Party and a veteran of the war, he carried the psychological scars of a defeated generation. His worldview revolved around order, obedience, and discipline. Gustav treated his household almost like a military unit. For Arnold and his older brother Meinhard, childhood often felt like living under constant inspection. Mistakes were not tolerated, and affection was rarely expressed. The emotional distance between father and sons created a tense atmosphere. Gustav believed harshness built character, yet for Arnold, this relentless pressure planted both pain and the seeds of extraordinary determination. Pain, discipline, and emotional detachment. Arnold later recalled that discipline in his household sometimes turned physical. His father could be harsh, especially when drinking, and punishments included belts and pulled hair. For many children, such experiences would break their spirit. Arnold responded differently. Instead of collapsing under the pressure, he began to emotionally detach from the environment around him. He started to view his family, his village, and even his country as temporary circumstances rather than permanent identities. In his mind, he did not belong there forever. This psychological separation became a powerful survival mechanism. It allowed him to transform pain into motivation and imagine a future far beyond the boundaries of his childhood home. A dream. Beyond Austria. As Arnold grew older, he developed a powerful belief that he was destined for something greater. He often described feeling different from the people around him. While others accepted the limited possibilities of village life, Arnold imagined a completely different future. That future had a name: America. Through newsreels and images shown in movie theaters, he saw glimpses of skyscrapers, bright lights, huge cars, and confident people. Compared to the gray post-war atmosphere of Austria, the United States looked like a world overflowing with opportunity. For Arnold, America represented freedom, success, and reinvention. It became the destination where he believed his true life would begin. The magazine that changed everything. Arnold's vague dreams finally took shape when he discovered a magazine featuring Reg Park. Park had achieved fame as a bodybuilder, winning the title of Mr. Universe before moving to the United States and acting in films where he portrayed Hercules. For Arnold, this discovery was transformative. It revealed a clear path. If Reg Park could use bodybuilding to reach America and become a movie star, perhaps Arnold could do the same. The dream suddenly had structure. Bodybuilding became more than a hobby. It became the vehicle that could carry him from a small Austrian village to the global stage. Obsession in the gym. Arnold threw himself into training with remarkable intensity. His dedication often surprised or worried those around him. When the local gym was closed on Sundays, he reportedly broke in so he could continue training. In the freezing Austrian winters, he lifted weights until his hands stuck to the cold metal bars. Each repetition was more than physical exercise. It was a step toward escape. Arnold believed he was sculpting not just his body, but his future. While others saw a teenager obsessed with muscles, Arnold saw a blueprint for success. The discipline and consistency he developed in the gym would later become the foundation for everything he achieved. Defying authority. During military service. At 18, Arnold entered mandatory military service in the Austrian army. Even within the strict structure of the military, his obsession with bodybuilding continued. He trained constantly, performing push-ups and exercises whenever possible. Eventually, his ambition pushed him to break the rules. Determined to compete in the Junior Mr. Europe bodybuilding contest in Stuttgart, Germany, he left his post without permission. It was a serious offense that resulted in punishment, yet the gamble paid off. Arnold won the competition. The victory confirmed his belief that his destiny was larger than ordinary rules and expectations. A night in the military jail. After returning to his base, Arnold faced the consequences of his unauthorized trip. He was placed in a military jail cell for a week. For many soldiers, such punishment would feel humiliating or frightening. Arnold experienced it differently. Lying alone in the dark cell, he reflected on what had happened. He had broken the rules, taken a risk, and succeeded. Instead of feeling regret, he felt validation. The experience reinforced his belief that determination could bend reality. The moment symbolized a turning point. Arnold realized he was willing to face consequences if it meant moving closer to his dream. The beginning of a global journey. From that moment forward, Arnold's path seemed inevitable. His ambitions quickly expanded beyond Austria. Cities like Munich and London became stepping stones toward the ultimate destination, the United States. The young bodybuilder known as the Austrian Oak was determined to conquer the world stage. In 1968, at just 21 years old, Arnold finally arrived in America. It was the land he had imagined for years, the place where he believed his destiny awaited. The boy, who once fetched water from a village well, had crossed an ocean in pursuit of greatness. Conclusion: the fire that never stopped burning. The early life of Arnold Schwarzenegger reveals a powerful truth. Extraordinary ambition often begins in hardship. The cold house in Thal, the strict father, the rivalry with his brother, and the harsh realities of post-war Austria all helped forge the relentless determination that defined him. Bodybuilding became his escape, America his destination, and ambition his guiding force. Yet this unstoppable drive would later bring both triumph and personal challenges. Arnold's story reminds us that greatness is rarely simple. Behind every legend lies struggle, sacrifice, and an unbreakable belief in something bigger than the present moment.